What part of the Nigerian Constitution empowers outgoing governors to move to the Senate as though the Senate is their retirement benefit? Now the story I carry come today. Please, I beg, no forget, remember to subscribe to our channel. When? Now, please, just help us reach 1K subscribers today. Don't worry, I go to summer on the gist. I see the hot. Thank you. Oh yeah, make I summer you the story. I see the hot. Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi is really biting more than he can chew. He knows his political life is about to end when he leave office. And so, they try to do everything possible to remain in the political space. I've never seen any governor as mean and insensitive like the man we have in Ebonyi State. This singular man increased poverty. He increased the poverty level in Ebonyi State. Only him. If I ask some of una will say, he's working. He's the best governor. He's Mr. Project. He has transformed Ebonyi State with flyover, disco lights, and water fountain. You guys do not know the man Dave Umahi. I bet you don't know him. I've lived in Ebonyi State since 1999. Did my primary and secondary school education there before I come out to go do university for Abia State. I understand the state right from the origin. His Excellency, the first executive governor of the state, Senator Sam Omiyi, laid the foundation for the state, improved the life of the people because they were really, really backward. And then he started infrastructure. Then the next governor, Wancho Elechi, built on Sam Egu's legacy. And then Dave Umahi came on board. The first thing he did was to plunge the people back to poverty. This man slashed the salaries of civil servants in the state by 50% and more. I am not telling you a story from the moon, like Peter Obi will always say. Go and verify. As we speak today, a level 16 officer in the State Ministry of Education. I was even thinking that level is a deputy director, but no, level 16 is director. Do you know how much Dave Umahi they pay these people? Less than 60K, less than 60,000 naira a month. A director with the Ministry of Education, level 16. These are the people that were earning above 100K in their previous levels before Dave Umahi assumed office. They now earn less than 60K. A worker, a typical worker in Abakaliki today, Abakaliki is the capital of Ebonyi State. A typical worker in Abakaliki today will tell you that, let me phrase it, in their own statements, as in, like I'm quoting him, like I'm quoting the person now. He will tell you, may nothing like Dave Umahi ever happen to me again. Yes, is that bad? Do not be carried away by the disco lights, water fountain, and flyover you see around Abakaliki. There is poverty in that state too. The governor has plunged the people back to poverty. All what I just mentioned, they are misplaced priorities. Disco lights, water fountain, flyover. What use are they, if the living standard of the people is nothing to write home about? Of what use? Flyovers are meant for places with traffic jam. Ebonyi is not populated. The roads are very free. In fact, all my life in Abakaliki, the capital territory, I have never experienced any traffic jam before. I have never. So waiting be the need for the flyovers. And he's slashing salaries when people are hungry. Everything we want to see for Abakaliki. Now Dave Umahi idea to make more money. And I will explain this. Governor Dave Umahi claims the contracts he awarded in Ebonyi State are executed by direct level for Ministry of Works. But it's a lie. Contracts are executed by his companies. Don't forget he's an engineer. Umahi's strategy is, the more contracts I award, the more money I make. A typical example. Take a look at the shopping mall Dave Umahi claimed he built for his people. He said he built it for 3 billion naira. This is the structure. Look at it. Is this structure even worth half of the money he called? 3 billion naira for this structure. The water fountain and disco lights you see in the streets are powered from his oil and gas company. So whatever figure he says it is for running these irrelevant expenses, you don't question it. The money revolves around him. That is the man in Ebonyi State. I watched him on Channels TV where he claimed he was already a billionaire before becoming governor. How now? You were already a billionaire, and the only time you built a stadium in the name of house in your village was when you became a governor. Does it add up? Make una go see what this guy built for your village. He built stadiums and a house he built. He did not do it when he was not when he was yet to become a governor. That's what they tell us, say you were already a billionaire before you became governor. Rubbish. Now this is why I'm picking on Dave Umahi. Now the story I want to enter now. Now the reason why I'm picking on why are they pick on him? Having unleashed poverty on his people. This same man, Dave Umahi, get my say him one contest to become Nigeria's president. When I saw him declare, laugh carry me. Now he plotted a two-way strategy. So if it doesn't work like this, it will work like this. He went in for president and placed somebody to mark time for him for Senate. Him contest for APC primaries, lost woefully, and he's now back to take up the ticket for Senate. The guy that served as a placeholder for him won. After winning, he stepped down and transferred his winning to Dave Umahi. Una dey whine me. Now the guy be this. Now he be this. So that means Buhari can wake up one morning and transfer his presidency to me, Abi. Now INEC don't talk say, it no go work. Say since the guy don't step down, say now the person will come second for the primary election go become the flag bearer. Now so what take start to make una hear from the woman where INEC recognize as flag bearer herself. Me no bless her, they talk plenty. Watch.
At the time of purchasing for the nomination, the governor went for the presidential, and I now picked up the ticket for the senatorial seats. And I'm aware that in our new electoral law, you have to maintain a line. You cannot finish one and go to the next one. Unfortunately, right from the moment I picked this ticket, it's been trouble all the way. Even to submit this ticket was a big problem. They kept calling me, different people, threatening I must not submit the ticket, and nobody was able to give me a reason why I shouldn't submit the ticket. Let me state here that I have very high regard for my governor. If my governor had picked the ticket for the senatorial seat, I wouldn't have gone for it. But unfortunately, he picked the ticket for the presidential. We all have the right to Nigeria. I have the right to I have the democratic right to aspire to whatever I want to aspire in this country. And so I did.
Oh yes, my sister. You have the right, You absolutely have the right to aspire to become anything you want to become in Nigeria. Even Dave Umahi wasn't the favorite of the former Governor Elechi, where he wanted to contest for governorship. But nobody stopped him. This guy is really power drunk. After she picked the ticket, I mean this woman that INEC has recognized as the authentic ticket bearer for that Senate seat. After she picked the ticket, what do you think happened next? Watch.
From the moment even to go for the screening, he did everything to stop me. I still went through. To go for the primaries was an uphill task. The police had to escort me to the venue and escorted me back. The commissioner of police, while the primaries was going on, was right by my side. And I keep wondering, is it the same thing when a man is running for an election, or is it because of my gender? However, the election was held and I came second.
Can you imagine? My sister, it's not because of your gender. It's because you have an insensitive governor to contend with. Just say she picked from of which the governor, be not the contest for the same ticket with her. Now so threat, them just they give them. They just stammer the woman threat left, right, center. Oh, gay lady, what is it? Now, what happened after the primaries? Let's hear from her again. Watch.
I went about my business during the campaign for what is it called? Voters card sensitization. So that kept me busy. And one day somebody said the governor was going to, okay, the brother now stepped down for him. And so he wanted to run for the senatorial seat. Since I didn't win, so I didn't bother myself. Only for INEC not to publish his name, I think on the 24th of June, thereabouts. And nobody knew while they didn't publish his name. And so I was in my house one day, somebody called me and said, oh, are you aware governor is going to court? I said, to do what? He said, to get an order persuading INEC to include his name. And I'm very much aware too that the only authentic primaries that have done in this country is the one of 28th of May. And so I sent a lawyer to go in and find out if my name is mentioned in anywhere in that suit, that I should, he should apply to join. So my governor was the one that went to court. I only joined in the matter because my name was mentioned.
Okay, oh, he used his brother as a placeholder while he contests for president. That was crystal clear he would lose. It was clear he was not going anywhere. What do you call this? Not in family politics. I must commend INEC for standing up for the rule of law. How can one person contest for two different seats in an election? Thank God INEC stopped him. If not, it will become the normal thing. Others for don't they do them. How this case take play out for court? When I want to know, or you see as it take play out for court.
I was very glad when the judgment was given, and it was to my favor. It was celebrated all over Nigeria, all over the world, especially the female folk. And I want to tell you that that judgment you talked about wasn't the same judgment. The judgment that was read in court was not the same judgment that we got the CTC. It was only when we got the CTC that we now realized that the judge has now included that there should be a rerun. Yes, there was a rerun in the first place, but rerun for the only candidate that was remaining, which was me. And so the next thing we saw was that there should be a rerun and anybody can join. There should be new applicants. And one now wonders, in a court of law, did they give you what you don't ask for? So as it is today, we have two judgments.
Hey. Court order for a rerun for just the only candidate remaining, which is this woman. And the court judgment was adulterated letter to mean that anybody can join. Hey. How can the certified true copy of the judgment, CTC, be different from the judgment that was given in court? Courts give judgments, like they don't give their judgments. And then their certified copy of the judgment can't be different from waiting court pronounce. Like I don't understand. Then Umahi that went to court did not ask to be included in a rerun. He only asked to be recognized as the authentic flag bearer of the party, since his brother stepped down for him. And then say, Oga, you can have it. Does it even make sense? Doesn't it sound stupid? Okay, what then happened next? Watch.
What did I do? I now went on Court of Appeal to appeal to some part of that judgment that didn't go down well with me. And that is where we are today. The next thing we saw was his lawyer, who is the older brother, applying for an ex parte order to enable them conduct a fresh primary based on what the signed judgments. And so we rushed to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court and protested on that issue. In Ebonyi State, they believe I was lying. 2 days after, the ex parte order came out, and he conducted another primary on Sunday. And on that Sunday, I was having a program at AIT. The brother was there, they all participated, and I wrote, there was a publication telling everybody that I wasn't going to participate because this is illegality, because the case is pending in courts. So you cannot go doing another primary. They went and did the primary, and they said the governor won.
One man contesting 2 primaries. Mama, you did well not to join since your appeal is still in court. Let's wait for the court to give their final verdict. Now let me shock you guys. In all of this wahala, the best thing Dave Umahi could do was to plot for this woman to be suspended from the party for standing strong as a Nigerian who has the right to vote and to be voted for. Hear for yourself. Watch.
You cannot suspend somebody. They will have rules and regulations on our constitution, and those things were not followed. First and foremost, there has to be a petition from my ward. They approached my ward chairman and the executives, and they said the woman has done nothing to us, and actually she has been the one supporting the ward, and so they will not be able to do that. They issued a statement which was also published. By the next day, they came back again insisting that they must sign. Those ones refused. They took them to Abakaliki, put them under house arrest for a whole day till very late in the night. They still refused. The next thing, according to what I heard, that the governor called the chairman of the Onitsha local government and gave an instruction that I must be suspended. And the question is, why is he worried about me being part of the electoral process? However, they went to local government, and the chairman still insisted he wasn't going to do that. And when they were about to get him arrested, the guy was able to find his way, and up till now we don't even know where he is. So the assistant chairman was the one that was able to do their bidding. The next day they went to Afipo, which is our senatorial zone, the headquarters. And now they did an affirmation, coming up with all sorts of things that I don't even know about. When you are suspending somebody, you have to first and foremost hear from me. It was after the suspension, maybe an uncle occurred to them that they have done a silly thing. I was called that they are announcing my name, I should come for disciplinary action. You don't put a horse before, you don't put a cart before the horse. And so I did not go. And I have also heard from very comfortable quarters that all they are doing is to lure me to Ebonyi State, so that the unknown gunmen will probably catch me on the road. And I will not want to die. I want to be alive to represent my people. They've been doing everything to lure me to come to the state so that they can deal with me for standing firm for the ticket because the governor wants it. Part of the reason why I'm being persecuted is because they said, why will I be struggling for what the governor has? I'm not struggling with the governor. The governor went for presidential, and I've been on this straight line, and I'll continue on this straight line. Well, if anybody wants to arrest me, let them come and arrest me. After all, whatever they say I've done, pursuing my mandate, I don't think it's a crime. So my issue is, the press should find out, why are they so worried about me? And what I do know is, the whole world is looking out for the judgment of this matter because it's still in the court of law. And nobody can arrest me because I'm on appeal.
Now, wow. Madam, nobody will take your mandate from you. Lie. You will bounce back. You will bounce back again. Everything will bounce back to your favor. This is what we get when we have power mongers assume public office. Better go and get your PVC ready. It's time to tell the politicians the truth. I'll see you again. Follow us on all our social media channels showing on your screen right now. Until I see you again, my name is ADS. Signing out.